My name is Lizzie Luna, and I'm not wearing any pants. We are going to discuss the most superfluous animated film, with water swirling up and spiraling around, and then the text appear, and it says, "The Swan Princess," and there's like little sparklets. Pretty! I used to love this movie when I was a child, but I have better sense now, and more matured tastes.
Is mayonnaise an instrument? I'm the strangler? No, I should have known! I gotta turn myself in!
Hey, how'd you do that without shaving cream?
Nice try, SquarePants, but it's not gonna work this time. I don't get it. Can't see my forehead.
Sort of.
There was a king named William, who ruled a large and mighty kingdom. And yet he was sad, for he was growing old and had no child to inherit the throne.
So apparently, whomever created this movie, a bunch of names that I don't know, forgot that in the medieval times you're lucky if you make the age of, I don't know, 30. And I don't know, the Black Plague, which apparently he's immune to. And this wife that, I'm assuming dies after all these years of trying and worrying about conceiving an heir to the throne, which later on we discover has no context whatsoever.
Then, happily, a daughter was born.
Apparently, they're so thrilled that they name her Odette. I thought you liked this child, but such a name as Odette implies otherwise. Why? That poor child. As if that wasn't bad enough, they rip off Sleeping Beauty by throwing the princess a birthday party so every other kingdom can gawk and ooh and ah.
Kings and queens came from all around to offer their gifts to the child.
Apparently, people liked to gawk back then. That they throw big parties over it.
Among them was the widow Huberta and her young son, Prince Derek.
And the prince gives a now 3 or 4 month old Princess Odette, because apparently they had to wait a few months in order to have this birthday party. Could this be? It's a flash forward of what to expect in the rest of the movie. Oh my god. So they telepathically come up with this devious plan to unite their children, and with that, their kingdoms. Because arranged marriages were completely unheard of back then. Back then, they arranged marriages. They didn't care if the prince and the princess hated each other. They said either you end up liking each other or you just hate each other and you're shit out of luck. Either way, deal with it. So they rip off Sleeping Beauty, except this time no fairies and no evil mistresses that can turn into big purple dragons. No, instead, they get an evil sorcerer
Odette's birth was
named Rothbart.
For he was preparing to take William's kingdom.
Poor guy.
By means of the forbidden arts.
Worse than Rasputin. Because at least with Rasputin, he was Russian. He was foreign. He had an excuse. This is just an American movie that gives them crappy names and tries to make it sound foreign. Doesn't work. And there's a really big case in point, but he doesn't show up until a little bit later. Rothbart thwarted by King William on the eve of his big plan.
And Rothbar's powers were plunged into darkness.
They never said what his big plan was. They just said he wanted power and he wanted the
Paul's
kingdom.
death,
Which, what evil sorcerer doesn't? Instead of, I don't know, executing him by way of beheading or hanging, or even imprisoning him for the rest of his miserable life. No. King William, who is apparently King William the Good, banishes said evil sorcerer. His power is not genetic. It's created via potions. He has the same issues that the Queen Snow White had, but she dies in a much more undignified way. This evil sorcerer makes an idle threat.
Everything you own, everything you love, will be mine.
And what does the narrator say to follow this?
In time, the threat was forgotten.
I'm sorry, if somebody threatened to take away everything I own, everything I love, I would be a little bit more concerned about it if I were them. So they go back to their wonderful plan of meshing together. And I'm sorry, but we just gotta watch this occur.
Oh, here they come.
What's with the bird in the nest and the eggs flying through the air?
Oh, a nest.
Oh, a nest just landed in my hair. No big deal.
If I get lucky, I'll get chicken pox.
This is the only good part about the movie.
It's such good parenting.
And politics.
Oh great, mix parenting with politics. Meanwhile, their children are trying to kill each other.
Is that respect you're showing?
And both their kingdoms somehow are in unison for this song and know all the lyrics. Isn't it great? Oh yeah, I'm really sure they did the whole bunny ears thing in medieval times. All the time.
And with some luck their marriage may result in lower taxes.
Best line in the song.
I've got bruises with their fingerprints.
Bruises? Oh dear. Could it be, after all these years that I've hated you and wanted you gone from my life, that now, after puberty, I adore you because now you're kind of hot?
She started out as such an ugly duckling, and somehow suddenly became a swan.
You're an ass. I wish you'd die. And you're dancing in the air
You're all I ever wanted.
for a grand total of 5 minutes. Because prior to that, I hated you and I didn't even want you to come this summer. Ever since I discovered you're beautiful, I don't mind so much. I don't even care if you have a horrible personality. You're easy on the eyes.
Is beauty all that matters to you?
This coming from a girl who didn't even want to come that summer, discovered he was hot. Suddenly they're in love. And she is expecting him to want more from her.
What else is there?
I like you, Rogers. He offers subtle, witty remarks.
Mother?
Derek.
Goodbye, princess.
So wounded because she didn't accept your terrible answer.
All of these years of planning, wasted!
And yet you don't waste any time jumping into another plan. probably my favorite line ever throughout this movie.
You should write a book. How to offend women in 5 syllables or less.
That's actually funny.
How about... And then...
What the hell does how about and then mean? What are you talking about? Here's the past coming to bite King William in the ass.
Today's the day.
I need to know that he loves me for just being me.
Do you love him for more than just his looks? That, my dear children, is what we call hypocrisy.
Stay inside, Odette.
Stay inside while I protect you and die. Oh my god, it's a giant bat and it just appeared out of nowhere. Oh no, Odette, the girl that I totally offended. The girl that I suddenly love but don't know why.
Odette!
Where did this necklace come from all of a sudden? The last time we saw the necklace, he gave it to her at her birthday celebration thingy. Why is there always a waterfall?
Take it then. You have enough power.
Nah, tried that already. Once you steal something, you spend your whole life fighting to keep it.
Let me get this straight. She tells you to take her father's kingdom, but you decline because you have to spend the rest of your life working to keep it? Aren't you supposed to be an evil sorcerer? Personally, I would just hate him and tell him no for putting you in that horrible wedding dress.
Where are you going? As soon as moonlight leaves the lake, you turn back into a swan.
Oh.
No matter where you are.
Oh.
Lord Rudders, I must object. We are musicians.
The servants have the day off.
Since when do servants get days off? In medieval times.
I'm an artist, not a bore. Could have fooled me.
We are a band, and not a band of animals.
This masquerade.
Is more than I can bear.
There goes my reputation. It's awful, this is me.
And I'm the lion's share.
The horrible pun.
Now, I want you to strike fear into my heart. Not you, Wesley.
A rabbit that even has bunny ears on his feet. That's a heavily mutated rabbit.
Thinking of her and the way that it was.
For 5 minutes. Because prior to that, they hated each other.
You're the only one with enough courage.
This is painful. Oh, the helmet just slides directly over the apple. Interesting helmet you've got there.
Oh, please, oh, please. Oh, please. No!
Amazingly, this arrow flies perfectly straight and perfectly steady in spite of the fact that Bromley's doing it's a number. Insert 2 really unnecessary sidekicks.
Go ahead and laugh. I'll get her to kiss me.
And then you'll change into a prince.
Precisely.
There are so many things wrong with this character. I will merely identify the most obvious. Not only is he a frog, but he thinks he's a prince. And he's French, where they eat them, and his name is Jean Bob. Yes, I'm sure that's a very French name. I can just picture how this went about. What are we gonna name it? Let's name him Bob. No, he's French. Let's put Jean in front of it. That sounds French. Morons.
As constant as a star, I close my eyes, I'll be true. I swear that I'll be true forever.
Far longer than forever.
Much stronger than forever.
First of all, they don't even know where each other is. Second of all, somehow they're singing at the exact same time, the exact same songs, in unison, on the right tempo, and they both know all the appropriate lyrics. What the fuck? Puffin. Another character that's mildly entertaining, but still doesn't serve any real purpose to the story. What a strange bird. Let's touch it.
And keep hoofing down. Hey-ya!
I never knew that turtles had that hatch on their backs. Did you? These are some mutant turtles. No pun intended.
And these are my best friends in the whole world.
I've never seen the whole world, and I've never had any friends before. But I'm sure that they're my best of friends.
Mr. Lorenzo Trudgealong.
Friends call me Speed.
And every night, I give you the same answer. Don't. I'll die first.
That could be arranged.
But I'll never give you my father's kingdom.
When he first asked for it, you said take it. You didn't change your mind until you found out he wanted to marry you.
The great animal, Your Highness.
Oh, big great. It's large and has fur.
For once, I'm with you, dearie. Falling in place with the tradition of these kingdoms. They move on and forget about King William and Princess of Det. But I wonder, who's running King William's kingdom during this? Because it seems to me that nobody is, but maybe they've combined together and, Prince Derek and his mother are overseeing it for the time being. All those years of worrying over conceiving an heir meant nothing. Sorry, King William. No, it's not a pageant. It's just a parade of eligible bachelorettes that I want to hook you up with.
I'm on a dangerous mission with a lame turtle.
This movie is lame. Wait, what does that book say? Swan spells. That is kind of funny in a tragically ironic way. Let's play a game of how many sports you can name in this one sequence.
Catch that ball!
Hey, batter, batter, batter.
Now Sundays, hon.
How about you, Jean Bob?
Jean Bob.
Since when do frogs not have bones?
Have your back legs fried in butter!
Which is actually what they do to you, dearie, in your home country. It's called frog legs. Yeah, it's disgusting, but it's true.
Better stay close. If you say so.
Not attached at the hip, just close.
Derek, where are you?
I love that expression, just like, oh, it's okay. He's just gonna, give away our position and get us killed, but it's okay.
Derek?
Derek! He's here! Because there's only one Derek in this kingdom? That's convenient.
You will follow the plan as outlined. Acknowledge. Acknowledge!
She's acknowledging that she doesn't want to listen to you and she wants to just fly off the handle and completely advert away from the original plans.
I've got you now. Go ahead, Jake. I'm not afraid of you.
A swan. Of course.
How does your logic work, exactly? Her acting is about as good as William Shatner's, which is not saying very much.
I'll do it.
Go!
What's with John Bob's mannerisms? Throughout this entire time, she seems to have forgotten that her father is dead. And she never acknowledges this. What the fuck?
Before the whole world, I will make a vow of everlasting love.
Why does he have a crown? He's not royalty yet.
I'll be a good king, you'll see. I'll wear nice clothes, and I'm going to get my beard trimmed.
Does that mean you'll also stop being evil? And grotesque? Because that would be a true accomplishment for you. The frog faints a lot.
You creature!
Such a foul mouth you have, princess. The music. It must mean something bad. Oh, insert terrible fake crying. Personally, sweetheart, I think he's doing you a favor keeping you away from this idiot prince whose name is Derek and is not actually that good looking. But that's just me, I guess. And maybe 1,000 other people. Who knows? Is it like a rule with fairy tale movies in the past 20 years that every evil villain gets a song? And most of them are really bad.
When he makes his vow to the wrong girl, Odette will die.
Okay, if you're just gonna kill her anyways, why not just drag her in front of the prince, sacrifice her, and then proclaim your new territory as taking over the kingdom? Why do they always go through these stupid, horrible plans that never work? These villains are actually quite stupid. What the fuck?
I intend to eat their lunches.
These aren't words of supervillainy. These are words and acts of elementary school bullies. Kick me signs, matches in the shoes, water balloons, little boy pranks. What the fuck? What a lovely multicolored castle.
Believe me, you'll know.
Unfortunately, she won't know, because everybody in this movie are complete and total morons. If you really watch Sean Bob in the background, they had him do some really goofy stuff. Forgot about this music number. I do my best to block it from my mind.
Gaze upon princesses of
Prince Derek will say,
Where have you been all my life?
Well, it's not the milkman.
Yes, because the milkman would be delivering at this late hour of the night.
Oh yes, she's lovely, isn't she? Queen's coming through here. Excuse me.
Of all the imbecilic things.
Although, she does look a great deal like...
Yes.
But it couldn't be.
You're almost there.
Could it?
Let me give you a hint. You spent your son's entire life trying to shack him up with her. And then her father was killed and she disappeared. Who could it be?
Go on, John Bob! Race to your death!
Hey, Frenchy boy, next time, don't talk. Don't even open your mouth. Just think it, but keep it to yourself. His tail ends up looking like a very small penis. Very nice.
Yoo-hoo! Almost a little white meat, huh?
Oh yeah, because everybody can talk underwater. Sure. Didn't you ever see it on Animal Planet? Now suddenly the bird is holding his breath.
Friends call me Speed.
I'm going to keep you from eating my friend by introducing myself. Yeah, that always works.
Something about you seems different.
That he would actually listen to his intuition, but of course not. No. Why would he do that? He's just a man.
Of my love for her.
This scene with her also seems vaguely familiar, like, I don't know, The Little Mermaid.
To Odette.
Insert incredibly cliche and rather stupid villain.
You made a vow, all right. A vow of everlasting death.
No! Odette!
Oh, something's gone wrong.
If you hurry, little prince.
I'll let you see her one last time.
How kind of you. You shouldn't have. How convenient that Bromley decides now is the perfect time to escape.
I don't think she's gonna make it.
She's my Odette.
You made the vow for her. Do you hear?
The vow I made was for her!
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the worst piece of shit acting I have ever heard.
A great animal. I'm betting on the animal.
I love how it was nighttime, and now, all of a sudden, the sky is orange, as if the sun was setting.
Swim to the bottom of the lake and get the bow.
No, Mr. Great Animal, didn't your mother ever tell you not to play with your food? Nice hair.
Oh, bonjour, madame. The ladies still fall for me.
I think he's noticed he's still a little on the short side. But considering the vast majority of pretty much this entire movie, nobody uses their brain. Oh, God, where do I go to get that hour and 30 minutes back? If she has a dress that can change colors, Sometimes it's white and a sea green, and other times it's white and a rich blue. Maybe it's Rothbart's doing. Maybe he doesn't like green, so he changes the green to a blue. That's evil sorcery.